Hey, Bastish B here for 64K and welcome to another episode of How To. So for tutorial number 2, I'm going to show you how to load a Commodore 64 tape game. So let's have a look at this thing. Here is the cassette deck. So this is basically just another way to load programs, games, whatever you want. Think of it as kind of like an old PC where you would have a disk drive and you would have a CD-ROM drive. Commodore has a disk drive and a tape deck. This thing was very popular when the Commodore first came out. Now the thing to remember here is that this was popular all over the world besides North America. So I've been living in Canada since the late 90s, and I've come across one Commodore 64 tape game in that entire time. All the other games usually come on 5 1/4 floppy disks. So this was the format that was used over here. But for the rest of the world, especially Europe, England, Australia, South Africa, we used to use tapes. It's a much cheaper method. Here's the Last Ninja. This sucker came on 2 tapes. I'll show you. The tapes are just cassette tapes, just like what you used to record music on in the 80s and 90s. It's just a regular cassette tape. It's got the game on here. This thing has 2 tapes on here. It's a massive game. It's a multi-load game. I'll talk about that later. And this is just a regular cassette that you would have bought to record music. This has got 2 games on there, you can see. It's got Sword of Fargol and Scramble. So this is like some pirated games. You can copy a whole bunch of games on these tapes, just depending how big the actual program is. Okay, so let me show you how to load one of these. We're going to start with the Last Ninja, one of my favorite games of all time. It comes on 2 cassettes. So make sure you got cassette 1, side A. Okay, so you press eject and put the tape up, side A up. Make sure you rewind it. I know it's dumb, it's very important, obviously. Get it to the beginning. And after that's rewind, you want to press the counter to reset it. I'll explain to you later why that's important. And now that the tape is rewound, it's a simple command to get this loaded. You just have to type load, L-O-A-D. L-O-A-D, and then you hit return. Now it tells you over here, it says press play on tape. And away we go. Now it usually takes about 30 seconds or so for it to find the game on the tape, and it'll tell you right up here that it's found it. Then, like that. Here it says it's found the Last Ninja, and you hit the space bar to continue. So all these games used to have a picture of the game while it loaded. The color stuff around the outside, that just means the game is loading. Don't get freaked out by it. It's not crashing or anything. That's just a common Commodore thing. The Amiga also does that also. So just remember that. It's nothing going wrong. It's just loading. Don't panic. Usually they play like really awesome music while tape games load, and there's so many awesome tunes. The Ocean loaders from the games made by Ocean are just fantastic loading music. Last Ninja has tons of cool music between each level when it loads. Now the thing to remember is that once this game is loaded, this is a multi-load game. So after each level it continues to load. Do not press stop on this cassette. Just leave it on play mode, and play your game, and if you get past the level, it'll just automatically carry on loading. And it'll play some more cool music while it loads until it gets to the next level. So that's how those work. Other games like single load games like Miami Vice or whatever, it'll just load once, it'll get to the game, it'll be done. You can press stop. If you've played the game before, you would know that. It's not necessary. Once you turn off the game, turn off the computer and on again, you press stop on the cassette. And the reason why earlier I told you to reset your counter, because if you're going to play copied games, this is just the easier way to find your game. This is a cassette I got from a lot of Commodore 64 games I recently bought. And this guy has Scramble and Sword of Fargol on here. and he's actually got the counter on here, which is very convenient. Sort of for goals at 147 and scrambles at 310, so you can just fast forward, you know, turn on the computer, fast forward it to 310 for scramble, type load, hit return, press play, it'll load the game. It's probably somewhere in the middle of the tape. So it goes without saying that tape games take much longer to load than disc games. I find it kind of relaxing to play tape games. Make some tea, relax, listen to the awesome music, get ready for the game. It actually gets you more hyped for playing it and get you in the mood. Anyway, so, Last Ninja is loaded. That's how you load a Commodore 64 tape game. Remember the command, just load and then return and you're away. Simple as that. I'm gonna go play some Last Ninja and waste some time, even though I'm supposed to be making some videos, but whatever. Can't resist the Last Ninja. And thanks for joining me, Bastish B at 64K. I hope this was able to help you, maybe get a little insight into cassette gaming. Definitely worth looking out for. I buy a lot of cassettes from England, import them. I just love the old cassette games. It's just way more rewarding for me to play them on cassette than it is for disc. I don't know why, maybe it's because I played them all as a kid on tape, and yeah, I just love the format. And yeah, if you can like and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated, and I'll see you next time. Cheers!